Browns and the LA Chargers, Mary Kay, 1 o'clock at FirstEnergy Stadium, and this is going to be a very interesting game. The Chargers come in 3-2, but they're 2 losses to the Rams and the Chiefs. Those 2 teams have not lost a game yet this season, and let's get right to it. The guy to watch in this game is the quarterback, Philip Rivers.
Yeah, he's having an amazing season. We actually got an opportunity to talk to him this week on a conference call, which was nice of him to do that after all these years, still having to do those conference calls. But he's just off to a tremendous start. He's got 13 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions. He's got a 116.4 rating, which is 3rd in the NFL right now. The numbers are just lights out. He's playing great. He's a major reason, like you said. They've won 3 games, and the only 2 teams that they have lost to are 2 of the best teams in the NFL right now. Huge challenge for the Browns.
And of course with Rivers, he's one of those guys that, he always gets talked about around that top tier of quarterbacks. If he had a Super Bowl ring or something like that, he'd be right in the same breath with some of the greats who are playing right now.
Yeah, and you know what? I would actually think that he has a really super strong case to make the Hall of Fame. I mean, he's done it at a high level for so long, 15 years. So he is right up there. And the only thing, like you said, that he's missing is that Super Bowl ring.
And of course, he's got a great weapon on the outside in Keenan Allen, who had a big game last year against the Browns and is as reliable a receiver as you'll find out there. And a pretty good running game, too. Melvin Gordon, over 500, almost 600 yards from scrimmage. Austin Eckler, a very versatile back out of the backfield. So it's not just Rivers, he's got some weapons.
Yeah, they've got a 1-2 punch. They're very balanced. 1-2 punch in the running game. Like you said, they've got the good receivers. Keenan Allen will be a big challenge, I'm sure, for Denzel Ward this week. As we know, Denzel Ward is coming off a great game. He's off to a tremendous start. So not just the receivers, but Philip Rivers will be a huge challenge for him. These guys have talked about how Philip Rivers will walk up to the line and yell out their own defensive calls. And so that's what makes this such a big challenge.
Yeah, as prepared a quarterback as there is, and there was actually a great video going around Twitter of this last game when he did that same thing to another opponent. Defensively, the Browns get a break because Joey Bosa is not playing. Of course, he's out for a little while with an injury, so that pass rush not quite as fierce as it could be. But they added a safety in Derwin James in the draft, who is playing really well, getting rave reviews from people. And of course, Casey Hayward, maybe not off to quite the start that he's had in years past, but this is a guy that had a combined 11 interceptions in 2016 and 2017, so he's still a very good corner.
Yeah, and they're going to be gunning for a rookie quarterback once again, and that's what teams do. That's what good defensives do and good defenders. They go to try to pick off Baker Mayfield, and they're going to try to confuse him and rattle him and all those things. And also you've got Melvin Ingram, the great edge rusher. He's got, I think, 3 sacks so far this season. And James, he's a candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year in the same way that Ward is. So it'll be neat to see those 2 on the same field.
And of course, the Browns trying to win 2 in a row. They had a chance to do it earlier this season against Oakland. That really is the next step for this team. Win a second game in a row, as they like to say, stacking wins. Unfortunately, Browns fans, or maybe fortunately for Browns fans, I'm not picking the Browns to win this game. I've got the Chargers 30, Browns 27.
Oh, I forgot to come up with a score before we walked out here. I think that it's going to be a really tough game, but for some reason I'm picking the Browns to win this game, probably just because I watched them knock off the Ravens, and there just seems to be a little momentum with this team, especially at home. So I think the defense is going to come up big. Again, I don't think it's going to be easy. What should I pick for the score, Dan? Let me go something like, let me go 24-21.
All right, 24-21. So Mary Kay picks the Browns. I'm picking the Chargers. You can head to cleveland.com/Browns and make fun of whoever's wrong, I guess. I don't know. But we'll have full coverage of the game there as well on Sunday.